So the internet money era is a time period that existed from 2019 to 2021 with a bunch of new artists such as Juice WRLD, Iann Dior, Lil Tecca, and Laroi and more blowing up around this time, making music with internet money. And obviously a lot of these artists weren't signed to internet money records, but they did play a crucial role in terms of the label's success. And this was obviously honestly like the peak time and peak era of this label. So let's take a look at this time period and the artists that actually were working closely with internet money at the time and the state of their careers as a whole right now in 2025. Now, when you guys think of internet money, the first artist that you guys probably think of is Juice WRLD, which obviously Juice has passed, so I won't be talking about him too much in this video, but he did play a obvious role to this label, working with Nick Mira and obviously boosting the label's popularity as a whole. But another artist who is a iconic internet money member is none other than Lil Tecca. And now Lil Tecca would first gain popularity in 2019, dropping hits like Molly Girl and Did It Again, but then in the summer of 2019 he actually would drop the most iconic song of that summer, that being Ransom. And yo, that song went fucking crazy. Obviously had the lyrical Lemonade video, and honestly bro, you honestly couldn't escape that song in summer 2019. Life when that song dropped was honestly a fun ass time. I remember at the time people thought that Tecca was about to be a one hit wonder, but it's actually kind of crazy how Tecca proved everyone wrong. And that same summer he would drop We Love You Tecca, and yo, when I tell you that album had no misses, it really didn't. And yo, it was actually everywhere, bro. Tecca was seriously on a 2018 LeBron type of run. And that same year he would have a song with A Boogie with internet money, so Tecca was obviously working very closely with them. And then in 2020, the peak internet money era, Tecca and internet money would be dropping more hits like Out of Love on Virgo World. And I remember hearing very stupid things at this time, during 2020, yo, Tecca fell off and all that bullshit. Yo, are y'all stupid, bro? He was still going crazy. And 2021 was also a great year for him. He actually would have the song with Mosey, that being Jet Ski, also produced by internet money, bro. And yo, that shit hit in online class in grade 9, bro. And it's crazy because even to this day in 2025, a large portion of internet money's hits are from Tecca, so he obviously played a big role to the label's popularity. And in 2021 he would obviously drop We Love You Tecca 2, another very successful album from him. And since then Tecca has remained to be extremely relevant right now in the rap game, dropping Tech last year and obviously dropping Plan A this year. And he also has a hit every year. Motherfuckers thought he was gonna fall off, but he's arguably at his peak right now, and him working with internet money plays a big part to that. And he's obviously still working with them and is very close to Taz Taylor. Now on to an artist who hasn't really gained as much success as Tecca right now, who's actually my favorite out of everyone on this list, is Iann Dior. Now Iann Dior is an artist who I've always wanted to actually talk about on this channel because he actually has been my favorite for so long, and now here I am. Now Iann would first gain popularity very fast, basically blowing up overnight on SoundCloud, which is one of the reasons why people call him a industry plant. And he would blow up on SoundCloud with one of his songs blowing up, that being Emotions and Cutthroat, I do believe. Both of those songs would actually end up on his debut mixtape, that being Nothing's Ever Good Enough, which fans still say is his best album to this day, which I don't know about that. But around this time he was signed to internet money after gaining buzz with Nothing's Ever Good Enough and also 10K Projects, being one of the first artists signed to internet money. And he would be labeled as a industry plant at this time because of his rapid success and also getting big time features and co-signs as well. And he actually would take this name industry plant and mark it well off it, dropping a album named after it called Industry Plant, which yo, to this day is in my top 5 favorite albums all time, bro. Hate me, call me corny, I don't care. And it was also obviously distributed through internet money as well. And yo, this album is beautiful, bro, front to back, and it obviously had big features like Gunna and Trippy. And he also was working with Poor Stacy a lot around this time, which I wish they could definitely work together again for sure. And then 2020 to 2021 would honestly be the biggest year for Iann Dior, obviously with quarantine and TikTok popping off. He did drop I'm Gone, which was a very solid project, and followed by him and 24K Golden song that summer, that being Mood. And he would also be on the internet money album with the song with Skies and Mosey, banger song by the way. But during his peak in 2021, Iann wouldn't drop an album, which honestly wasn't the smart thing to like do, because you know he was obviously at his peak popularity wise. So if he like dropped the album that being fresh off Mood, he would obviously gain a lot more popularity, right? And he would drop a few singles in that year and then drop his last album with Internet Money, that being On to Better Things, which this was honestly a very solid album, definitely my favorite album of that year, but it quote unquote flopped at 18k sales, which honestly isn't too bad for a, I don't know, mainstream artist. But the reason why people think it was a flop is because he actually was fresh off dropping a hit like Mood and all these other songs, so people were expecting bro to go even crazier. And since then, Iann unfortunately hasn't reached the same success that he actually has had in like, I don't know, 2019, 20, 2021. And don't get me wrong, he actually is dropping bangers, like, you know, to this day. Like his EP last year called Blind was fucking beautiful, and he's obviously changed his sound as well, going from a melodic emo rap kind of guy to a more alternative pop artist, which I think is smart for him because emo rap kind of died. Iann is still a very talented, like, you know, artist, bro. Like if you hear the like last few songs that he actually did drop, bro, they sound like hits. Only problem is the promotion of his songs are low-key shit. I don't think he like fell off because he obviously has that very strong fan base, and he has been proving songs back on his rap shit, which is obviously what the fans want from him. So yo, I could low-key see Iann making some buzz this year. He's obviously in my top 10 all time, bro. I honestly wish the best for Iann, and he's honestly one hit away from being back on the charts. Now another artist who was blowing up in 2020 to 2021 ish, who honestly I haven't heard about in a minute, is Juice WRLD. Now Juice would first blow up in 2019 but then start working with Internet Money in like 2020 after Iann Dior, with the first album with Internet Money being Tears and Pistols. And he also would be in a similar state to Iann Dior. I'm surprised that they don't have a song together, bro, but yeah, he actually was, like Iann Dior, signed to both 10K and Internet Money, and he would blow up in like late 2020 to early 2021 when emo rap was somewhat popular. I remember I actually did first find him in like early 2021 in my Spotify suggestions, and he definitely reminded me a lot of like Juice WRLD, bro, like a lot. I remember that album that he actually did drop called Fuck Your Feelings, and it had that one song called Love You Most, bro. Oh my god, bro, that shit got me in my freaking feels, bro. Summer 2021, Dro was definitely one of my favorite artists, and he would keep it going, dropping more songs with Internet Money and dropping more albums signed under them, dropping albums like With or Without You, Lost in Here. 2022 was a great year for Juice WRLD, and he actually was obviously working with a lot of other underground artists that were popping off at that time, like Dami, obviously DC and Midwest. But all that success in 2021 and 2022 would decline in 2023 with this album Wish You Were Here in 2023 being not that memorable and not performing that well. I don't know if this like has to do with emo rap dying or him kind of changing his sound for the album, but yeah. And from then he would not drop a album since then, bro, and it has almost been 2 years, and he would keep dropping singles, dropping a song last month called Amsterdam, and yo, this shit sounds the exact polar opposite to 2021 Juice WRLD, bro. Sounds like some Rich Amiri Opium underground type shit, bro. But the problem that people have now is that people still miss that melodic Juice WRLD, and he is still obviously, like, you know, dropping bangers right now, but they're just going unnoticed. I mean, I don't know if that like has to do with Internet Money not promoting his music enough, but yeah, man, Dro's definitely been underrated for a while, bro. Now obviously Rich Amiri is the main artist that Internet Money is pushing right now. I'm obviously not going to mention him because he like wasn't prominent in that 2019 to 2021 era with like Iann and Mosey, but he's obviously currently the main artist that Internet Money is pushing right now, and it definitely is working because, you know, he's been going crazy. Like ever since One Call dropped, he's fucking popping off. Now going back to that 2019 to 2021 era, another artist who actually was very prominent working with Internet Money Records is Lil Mosey. Now Mosey blew up at the end of the SoundCloud era and actually did become a pioneer of this like Internet Money era, as I like to call it. And Mosey would first blow up on World Star in 2018, gaining buzz with the song Poof Pack, I do believe, and then he actually would drop Notice, and yo, this song is actual nostalgia, bro. And at the end of 2018 he actually would drop his album, that being North's Best, and this album had bangers like Kamikaze, Notice obviously, and Pull Up. And this is when Mosey would actually start to gain buzz. And yo, 2019 would also be a big year for like Mosey. Obviously actually, like, you know, did have big hits like Stuck in a Dream featuring dropping Gunna and also dropping his album Certified Hitmaker, and it definitely seemed like Mosey was on top of the world. And he would also have his iconic XXL cypher in this year, which was that shit was, you know, fucking crazy. And then in 2020, oh boy, he would honestly, like, you know, go crazy at the top of the year, dropping Blueberry Fago. And honestly, bro, this was the best comeback from his XXL cypher, currently being at 1 billion streams, blowing up on TikTok, and yo, he was seriously on top of the world. And honestly, this is a common theme with a lot of the artists on this like list, is that they you know, all went crazy and like had peaks at the 2020 TikTok quarantine era, so it's all kind of adding up. And that same year, Mosey would be working with Internet Money being on their album, and then next year, 2021, he actually would again be somewhat a big year with like, you know, Mosey, as he actually would drop a hit, that thing Jet Ski, also produced by Internet Money. And it actually seemed like Tecca and Mosey were about to be the next big fucking Internet Money duo, bro. In that same year, I believe in April or May, Mosey would get hit with allegations at the peak of his career, and all the momentum that he did have built up plummeted. And he was obviously found not guilty, and he obviously would drop hella singles and EPs since then, hoping for a, like, you know, comeback. And yeah, the songs that he's dropped since then haven't reached the same level as his older songs, like popularity wise, but he's definitely on the right track now. He actually did drop a song last week called Anybody, and that honestly gave me hope for a Mosey comeback. And now on to the final artist that I actually do want to mention is Kid Laroi, who also was a very prominent in this era, obviously, like, you know, going crazy same time as Iann, Mosey, and Tecca, and he was obviously working with Juice early on. And then in 2020, he actually would go crazy on TikTok with songs like Diva, Addison Rae, Go featuring Juice, also dropping his F Love series, which is definitely very nostalgic for sure. And he would also be working with Internet Money heavy around this time with songs like Diva and Speak. And since then, he, you know, hasn't worked that much with Internet Money. He's obviously switched genres, not doing rap as much as he, like, you know, has switched to a more pop alternative sound, which honestly has worked very, very well. Like, if you look at his numbers now, it's definitely impressive, bro. I'd say out of all of these artists, man, he's definitely the most successful alongside Tecca. Hope you guys did actually enjoy, man. It's been M-Chan, and yo, comment down below and your favorite Internet Money member. It's been M-Chan. Love y'all. We out.